Hi, this is Pochelvi. I hope all of you are doing very well. In this class, we are going to see Python machine learning. I would like to share this information with you. So let's dive in. Welcome to Python machine learning. The fact that you are watching this video is a clear indication of your interest in this very exciting topic. Machine learning is one of the hottest programming topics in the IT industry. Even though we are going to discuss some of the mathematical concepts behind the algorithms, my intention is to make the subject easy to understand and motivate you to learn further. So Python is an interpreted language. It's a challenging language also for building highly concurrent multi-threaded applications. An important characteristic of the Python language is the consistency of its object model. So every number, string, data structure, function, class, module, and so on exist in the Python interpreter in its own box, which is referred to as Python object. So we'll see in the introduction. In this video, I'm going to discuss with you about what is machine learning, some Python libraries, including pandas, NumPy, scikit-learn library also. The name of the library is only, but we will focus only NumPy in this video. In the future class, we will focus other libraries. Then what is machine learning algorithms, difference between traditional programming and machine learning programming. Then using machine learning, how can we solve three types of problems, namely clustering problem, regression kind of problems. Then machine learning algorithms, how to use Jupyter Notebook to do Python programming, what is NumPy package, types of function in NumPy, why we use NumPy package instead of Python libraries. So we'll see the reason of these things in the next slide. Okay, we'll move on to next slide. So first we need to know what is artificial intelligence. I guess all of you know about what is artificial intelligence and what is machine learning, what is deep learning and that. So artificial intelligence is a field which combines computer science and robust data sets to enable problem solving. It mimics the decision-making capabilities of the human mind. It means it acts like a human. Okay, so problem solving means it's a complex task also we can solve using artificial intelligence. Okay, so example for artificial intelligence, you can say we can play chess also, right? Then another example for artificial intelligence is uh, according to Harvard Business Review, it reduces protection management issue, detect and deter security intrusion also. Then I think you know about structured data and unstructured data. Unstructured data means it contains emails, video files, audio files, then some social media, documents, everything. This is known as unstructured data. Structured data means customer relationship management, CRM. It's very famous, right? So CRM software or product databases, invoicing systems, these are structured data. So to handle unstructured data, we can use artificial intelligence to recover information from those data. Okay, so let's move on machine learning. Machine learning is a collection of algorithms and techniques used to design systems that learn from data. So machine learning focused on building systems that learn or improve their performance based on the data they consume it. So algorithm means it's a strong mathematical and statistical basis and techniques used to design systems that learn from data. So ML focused on building systems that learn or improve their performance based on the data they consume it. Okay. So it requires good foundation in mathematics, statistics, as well as programming knowledge to uh, learn in depth of the machine learning. Okay. So I want to take this course with the information of how machine learning works, how to apply machine learning in their applications. So I cover the following libraries in Python 3, namely NumPy, Pandas, and Matplot library with scikit-learn library. So in addition to that, I cover the common machine learning algorithms, namely regression, clustering, and classification. So before that, we need to know the difference between traditional programming and machine learning. Okay, so in traditional programming, you feed data with program to the computer, will get the output. Okay. Now, for example, you take a grocery management system. There, that application made from using some programming languages. So in that program combined with data will feed to the computer, will get the output. I can explain a little bit more about this traditional programming concept. For example, in the grocery management system, we need to calculate revenue or how many items sold in particular day, which items sold frequently. So we want to know about these details, right? So for that, you design the program with the data, you feed to the computer, will get output of that uh, program. Okay, that is traditional programming. To do this traditional programming, uh, this data and program is enough to give input to the computer. But the thing is, nowadays it's a lot of data is available in all the industry. It's increasing rapidly, so it growing enormous amount of data in the industry, right? So to handle huge amounts of data, we cannot use this traditional programming concept method. So we'll move on to the machine learning. So in machine learning, you give data with the output instead of program. So we'll get the output program. Its name is model. We can call it a machine learning model. So in the machine learning model, it's developing from the output and data. From the data and output, it absorbs some things from this one. It develop new program. Okay, so uh, this machine learning program useful to predict the future variables or future prediction. We can use this machine learning program. You can use the same example grocery management system. Their sales record use with set of rules to make prediction the most popular items that will sell next year. Because how we can predict the popular items that will sell next year means present data and past data we feed into the computer. Based on the data, the program will find some possibilities. Okay, so based on that one, we can find it in the next year which item will sell. Okay, so how can we predict this one means which item sold at present and in the past, and the computer program you using some programming language. Here we use Python, right? Using Python, you feed the data set into the computer with output. So from that, uh, the programming language will find out the most popular items sold in the past and which item is moving at present. So it will observe the frequency of data moving, so we can predict which item will sell in next year. Okay, so another example is credit card fraudulent transaction, also example for machine learning. Okay, based on the credit card charges, which one cheating people, all of the information we can collect from the uh, credit card fraud transaction using machine learning. Okay. Next, so in machine learning has some disciplines. That is, first one is scientific computing, statistics, and mathematics. All those disciplines involved in machine learning. So in this series using machine learning, we will see three types of problems. First one is classification problem, regression problem, and clustering problem. So I will explain one by one what is classification, what is regression, and what is clustering. So in classification, we'll get answer yes or no. That's it. Okay. So it means identifying to which set of a new observation based on the set of training data containing in the observed categories. Actually, when you feed the data to the program, to the computer, um, we have to first separate training data set and test data set. Okay, so when identifying to which set of a new observation based on the set of training data containing in the observed categories. For example, whether a person is suffering from the COVID-19, yes or no. So we designed that program based on the report. The system should answer the patient affected by COVID-19 or not. Okay, so the question is this X or Y? So only one answer will get it. Okay, yes or no. Another example we can tell for food comparison. Take apple and orange. We have to program it based on the shape and color. Uh, this fruit, when you image processing, when you send the input the apple, the system should find out this is apple, not orange. So based on the color and the shape, the program will predict it's apple or no. It's labeled data. Okay, it's almost all by machine learning algorithms will come under supervised learning only. So here two-class classification and multi-class classification. We can categorize classification into two types: two-class classification and multi-class classification. So outcome can be discrete value and can be continuous value. We will get the output in both format. Okay, discrete and continuous means it's a decimal value. Next one is regression, estimating the relationship between variables, known as regression problem, means how much or how many. So example, predicting the number of sales for a specific item for the next quarter. It will return continuous output variable mostly. Okay, so another example we can tell regression, take it real estate field. So you can tell how many houses are sold, what is the price of the house. So we can predict based on this data in the next year how many houses we can sell it. So this kind of prediction we can make it using this regression problem. Okay. Then the third one is clustering problem. It helps to group the similar data points into intuitive groups. Example for clustering means which viewers like the same type of movies, to discover a specific pattern in the data. For example, take Netflix. In that data, we can predict what kind of movies the children are watching. Like they watch cartoon movies, right? So we can categorize using clustering algorithms. Okay, how this is organized. So we can predict that one. Okay, we'll move on next slide. Now we'll see types of machine learning algorithms. So it's three types of machine learning algorithms are there. First one is supervised learning algorithm, unsupervised learning algorithm, and reinforcement learning algorithm. We'll see what is supervised learning algorithm. Here trained with labeled data. Most ML is supervised learning algorithm only. Uh, Example, a model that identifies fraudulent credit card. So labeled data. So I gave the example, right? The fruit, apple or orange. So it's a labeled data. So it will give yes or no answer only. Unsupervised learning algorithms are trained without labeled data, no labeled data. So to find the relationship with the data, like sales data. So unsupervised learning algorithm find out the relationship with the variables, you can say like that. So independent variable and dependent variables are there, so we can predict the relationship between the variables. Next, the third one is reinforcement learning algorithm are interacted with the environment and learns to act within that. Okay, so here no label data. So robotic dog learns the movement of its arms. This is the example for reinforcement learning algorithm. Okay. So are interacted with the environment and learns to act within that. So you can imagine robotic dog, how it behaves. So it will face different kinds of situation, right? Based on the situation, it will learn itself to act. Okay. Next, Python machine learning algorithm, we are going to uh, download Anaconda package because instead of installing Python interpreter and the libraries individually, you can use Anaconda package. It's open source, so it will come together everything. So after installing Anaconda package, you can run the application. You can do using Jupyter Notebook. It starts a web server listening at port number 88888. Okay. So you know how to download Anaconda package. So I'm not going to show how to do. So it's you can search in the Google. You can download it. Okay. So the Jupyter notebook looks like this only. You see in the right hand side top, new, the drop down menu is there. Here you can select uh, new Python 3 file. Okay, I will show you that how to open. So here to create a new notebook, click Python 3 in the drop down menu. A new notebook will appear. It's the extension is IPython notebook, right? So IPyNB extension name. Okay. So later after done, you can download the same file with Python file name. Okay. Then when you run many uh, codes, right? Sometimes it gets stuck. That time to come out from that one, you can restart the kernel in two way. One is restart and clear output. Another one is restart and run all. Then you can export code from notebook to a Python file with same name but .py extension. When you create a new file in Jupyter Notebook, that time you give the file name, right? With the same file name, .py py extension, you can download the file, Python file. Next, if you want to know how the function will work, so that time you can keep the cursor near the function, press shift plus tab, so you will get the details of that function or anything. Okay. So we'll see one data type, list data type. The list will useful to store a collection of items. The same concept of arrays in Java, C Sharp and JavaScript. So Python list does not require to contain the same type of elements. It means it's not required to store only integer like arrays. You not like that one. So in the Python list, you can store integer, string, decimal value, or a Boolean value, anything you can store in list. It provides flexibility when handling multiple types in a list. That is the advantage for Python list. The disadvantage is when processing large amounts of data, specifically in machine learning and data structure projects, is very difficult. So each non-uniform items in the list is stored in a memory location with an array of pointers. Okay, so we'll see how many bytes it's required to store one object. Okay, in the next slide. Yeah, here. So Python list require at least 4 bytes per pointer, then at least 16 bytes for the object totally. So for 4 bytes for a pointer, 4 bytes for the reference count, 4 bytes for the value, and 4 bytes per pointer. Okay. So accessing items in a large list is computational expensive. So as I have already told you why we moved to NumPy instead of using list, because the computational power is very expensive. So to overcome to this issue, we are using NumPy. Now in the IT industry, it's growing a lot of data, right? So to handle the huge amount of data, it's not possible to store that much data in a list. So to overcome from this issue, we are using NumPy package. In NumPy package library, it has a lot of functions. We can use it that one. So NumPy, an extension to the Python programming language that adds supports for large multi-dimensional arrays and matrices along with a large library of high-level mathematical function. So NumPy, it provides the data structure, algorithms, and library glue needed for most scientific applications involving numerical data in Python. NumPy contains fast and efficient multidimensional array object, ND array. So it contains linear algebra operations, Fourier transform, and random number generation also. So for numerical data, NumPy arrays are more efficient for storing and manipulating data than other built-in Python data structure. NumPy-based algorithms are generally 10 to 100 times faster than their pure Python counterparts and use specifically less memory. That's why we are using NumPy. NumPy arrays perform complex computations also. So in today's video, we are going to see NumPy only, NumPy library only. So here we are going to use 5 functions. For that, first we need to import NumPy package in our Jupyter notebook. Okay. So from a Python list, we can create NumPy array also. So array indexing, we can access elements from a Python list as well using this array indexing. See here, print R1 of 0. R1 is already we created the list name. So we are going to access the element 0, the first one. Element we are going to access from the Python list also. Okay. So now I will show you how to open Jupyter Notebook and how can we do the programming. Okay. This is Jupyter Notebook. See here, this is Jupyter Notebook. So you see the new drop down menu. Here you select Python 3. It's a new page opened. You can give file name here. So what we are doing today, we are seeing NumPy, right? NumPy, always you give file name related to the matter, okay? NumPy example. This file already existed, so we'll give another file name. Okay, now we'll see some functions, okay? So we'll see, we need to import NumPy package, alias, np, you can give any name, okay? We'll see a range function now. So here, variable name here equal to np dot range of, we'll start the value from 0 to 10, okay? Print here. I use Control plus Enter button to run this application file program. Okay, yeah, we got the 10 elements, totally 10 elements from 0 to 9. Okay, so here it's a 10 by 1 matrix. So we want to check the shape of this matrix. So you can use print AR dot shape. The shape property, we are using shape property to identify the matrix C10. Next we'll see a zeros function. Okay, so we want to make a matrix using 0 value. So ZR equal to np dot zeros. See, we'll get 5 by 1 matrix. Rank is 5 rank. Okay, so 1 by rank 1. This is rank 1. We'll see now 3 rank matrix 3. Okay, R1 equal to E dot 4 by 5 rank 4 matrix, print CR1 into 2. See, now we got 4 by 5 matrix, 4 rows and 5 columns. Okay, next we'll see another function full. So FL equal to 5 3 comma 4 rank 3 matrix, so 3 rows 4 columns but full of some specific number. Okay, I give you 9. FL not 1. Okay, so see 3 by 4 matrix, all the numbers are 9. You can give anything in that one. We'll try, instead of this one, we'll give asterisk, okay? F2, we'll have 4, 4. So if I give asterisk, it's not coming, okay? So, yeah, now it's coming, number. So in this matrix, we have to use only numbers, integer value, not any symbol, okay? Next, we will see another function, zeros full I, okay? So only the diagonal value will come 1, other values it comes 0. So I function ey equal to np dot I of 5, 5. Yes, so diagonal value only it's coming number 1, other values are 0, okay? Other than diagonal value, everything is 0, this identical matrix, okay? Next we'll see random. We need to create random value. It starts from 0.1 to 1.0 between these two numbers. So random RD random dot random of we'll give 6, 6. Print RD. See, random variable created between 0.01 to 1.0. See, all the possible values are created, okay? Next we'll create one list, okay? So lst equal to 2, 4.5 string value, okay? Print lst. So it's display the whatever is there in the list, okay? Now we can call this list value using array, okay? I create another one list, lst1. I will combine both list, okay? Now I got two list values. Now we call using Python array, we can call this list value. Okay, p dot using a NumPy library, we call list value using arrays. We'll call this lst. again LST1 also. See, now I created two lists, right? And then I call these two list value in the array. Okay. See, open bracket and close bracket. Using NumPy package, I call this two list. I store these two list value in the new variable. The name is lst2. Then I print lst2. I got these two list values. Okay. So before ending this video, I want to show you how we feed the data set to the machine learning algorithms and also just for you get some idea. That's why I want to show this one here. So I downloaded this data set, weight and height. The variable name is height, weight, and gender. It's 3 columns and 10,000 rows are there. So usually all the data files in Excel format. To use pandas, we have to convert this Excel file into CSV format. Then only we can use pandas library here. So I changed into CSV format. I download. Uh, to read this CSV file, I have to give the whole path here. I import pandas as alias pd and numpy as np. So if you want print data, you can do it like that. We'll get some rows. Okay. If you want see data, you want to call the head function, you can see how many female data is there. So all the things you can get it. So here you see 10,000 rows and 3 columns are there. If you do the head function, we will get a total number of rows and columns. I store the file in the variable name is data. Okay. So print data, it's giving all the details. When you print the data, it's giving total number of rows, columns, all the things. Okay. When you use head function, for that you will get with the column name some 5 rows it's displayed. Okay. Next, you want to know information about this data, so you can call info function. So it's showing non-null value, count, data type, column, name of the column, everything. Okay, float or object, memory usage. It gives all the information. Then is null dot values any function. So this line will check is there any null value in the data. We got the answer false. It means no any null value in the data set. So I will show the Excel file here. You see, so I changed it into CSV format. This is the data set. Like that, I told in the beginning of the class how we feed data with using machine learning algorithm to the computer. Well, how we got the program, right? Model. We created model using this data set, and the output will create uh, new possibilities with the program to predict the future things. Okay. Next, shape. Data that shape. And here I uh, dot semicolon 10 means it will show only 10 rows from the data set. Okay. Then next, if I want to drop any column from the data set, you can use axis equal to 1. If you give axis equal to 2, you can drop any rows from the data set. Okay. So here I don't want to use this gender column, so I drop this column using axis equal to 1. Okay. So data, and now this new data set I stored in this variable x hyphen data. Okay, x underscore data. So here x underscore data dot shape, it's showing how many rows and columns are there in this file. So 10,000 rows and 2 columns are there because I dropped this column, gender column. Okay. So I feel you got the idea about data set and how you feed this file into the uh, a computer and everything. Okay. So we'll see in the next class. Before that, in the conclusion, we saw what is machine learning, a difference between traditional programming and latest technology, machine learning. Then some problems, clustering problem, regression problem, and all. Algorithms we saw, classification algorithm, and clustering problems. Okay, supervised learning and unsupervised learning and all. So I guess then we used NumPy functions. We import NumPy package into Jupyter Notebook. So I hope you understand the concept of machine learning a little bit. Now you practice more whatever show the function, then you will get familiar of this program. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks. Bye.